shucks.
We are back with more Pendulum Gaming. We got Endymion. Holy shit, my camera shook there. We've got Endymion Pendulum good stuff. You guys have been requesting this, and by you guys, I mean this one dude in my comment section. I did not cook this. I am stealing this from my friend, and by stealing it, I mean he's gonna do the deck profile while I just do nothing. So I'm gonna just let him take over. Over to you.
Friends to lovers. So, alright, so first things first, we got 3 Mighty Master. So basically, he can remove 6 spell counters from himself, and then special summon them, and then pop them any cards. And then his monster effect is a spell trap negate, and then if he has spell counters on him, he can't be destroyed by card effects. Next, we have the 1 Reflection. So basically, she just removes 3 spell counters from her, and then special summon a monster from your hand. And then she also has this neat effect where you can take one of your opponent's monsters and return it to the hand by putting another guy with a spell counter on it. I mean, this card used to be a 3 of, but nowadays it's just kind of outdated and kind of cringe, you know? Next thing we got is 3 Servants. So this is the main gal that starts all your plays. So remove 3 spell counters from her, and then special summon any pendulum from your deck that can have a spell counter in it. Its monster effect isn't really that relevant, but it does come up sometimes. So next we got 3 Magister. So this card is underrated as fuck. So basically, it does the same thing as all the rest of them. It removes 3 counters, but it summons from the extra deck. So you link all your monsters off, and then you just bring them back with this guy. Yeah, it's pretty good. Next, we got 3 Spell Power Masteries. So this is Rota for the decks. So basically, you can search any of them, and then you could place spell counters on a guy for however many master you have in your field or grave. Now, I'm playing 2 Abductor. And the reason why you're playing 2 is because there have been more times often than not that I brick on this card, and it also just doesn't get itself out of the scale. And this deck loves to put shit out of the scale. It's like Mech Knight purple guy, Move Man. So we like to move shit because we're a bunch of movers. We can remove 3 from her and then add any pendulum from your deck to your hand. And then its monster effect, it's kind of okay. I mean, it adds any level 1 spellcaster, but like that rarely comes up at all. Now I'm playing this just because it's kind of neat. It also came off the ban list a couple ban lists ago, so I wanted to play this card because it's rather nostalgic to me. So I'm playing Kieran. So this guy, this beautiful guy, locked up forever. I mean, my homie was locked up. Like, bro was like gone forever, and then like out of nowhere, somehow, some miracle, some Konami rep was like, "Hey yo, I want to ride my horse again," and I'm with that guy. That guy's cool. So basically, he can target any pendulum you have, and then return them to the hand, and then you can return 1 card your opponent controls. Now, onto the like actual like okay part of the deck. It's like the worst part of the deck in my opinion. So we got 2 Cerberus. Now like this is like the most cuttable card of your deck. So it does, if you have no card in your other pendulum zone, you can destroy it at a level 7 or lower mythical beast. That's its only effect that's really relevant, aside from like its attack game with its monster effect. But like you never really ever do that. It's like very, very, very rare. So like I'm thinking about either putting him in 1 or cutting him entirely, just because of the fact that like on his own he does pretty much nothing. He just grabs him like a Jackal King, and then like you could grab a Jackal, but like you never really want the Jackal, to be honest. It's like really awkward. Now we're playing the best mythical beast, Jackal King. I'm playing 2 just because it's a soft once per turn. So like you could special summon 1, and then you could pen the other one out, and then every time you activate a spell, it just gains 2 spell counters, and then it has the scale effect where the same thing as Cerberus, you can destroy it and then special summon a face up from your extra. This card, oh my god, phenomenal. So it is a spell and trap removal as a scale effect, and then it's also a hand trap. So you can remove 3 spell counters from it, and then you can special summon it when your opponent special summons a monster, and then return that monster back. Like that card is like insane. Like opponent just summons like an SP, and you're just like, nah, bro. And then we're playing 1 Jackal. So this guy he's mainly just a normal summon fodder, but there are times where you can go into like cards like Anima just to get rid of problematic cards. But yeah. Next we got something that's not normally played in this deck, but Cash. We're playing 2 Fenrir, 1 Unicorn, 2 Wraithoth, and 1 Birth. So the logic behind these is to basically have as many level 7s on the board, and they also act as interruptions. So say you get like
Charming.
and you don't want to summon from your deck, these cards are also pretty good and on their own. Cause like, well, Charming is cringe. Like I'm so like.
This is healthy for the game. Yes, I would say it's healthy for the game. But like, I hate that card. Like the card like low-key is like dog water, but like also like beautiful. Like I hate this card.
Fenrir, he searches a cash monster, and then whenever your opponent activates a monster effect or a monster effect is activated in general, I think, just banish one card face down. And then Unicorn, same deal, searches a spell instead, and then it banishes one from your opponent's extra. Race Off is just to search them, and Birth is to, you don't really use its normal summon effect, you really just use its special from grave to just continue playing and extending through. It also has this neat effect where your opponent activates spell, you can just target 3 in your opponent's grave and banish them. So like that's good for like Yubel, Snake Eyes, Dragons, all that stuff. Next we have Souls. So like I see a lot of people playing 1 souls or 2 souls with the ritual. Yeah, don't do that. Like this card is fine at 1. Like if you draw it, you draw it. If you don't draw it, you don't draw it. It draws 2 when it's special. Blue spellbook engines. So we got Blue Boy, he searches for any spellbook. Secrets, searches any spellbook. Knowledge, draw 2. Onto the regular spells, we got Pot of Desires. So like, I don't care what you people say. If you tell me
When the person tells me this card's a mid-9, I'm going to eat you.
it is Pot of Greed, keep it that way.
Alright, yeah. Pot of Greed in your Telement deck.
Listen here. Alright, next we got Upstart. So like this is just free. It's just a spell activation to get your spell counters up and then draw a card. Terraforming because we play field spells. Into the Void's also just a free draw one. I mean, I thought about cutting it just because the longer this deck's been played, it is integral to have your hand. Yeah, it's at 1, so like it comes up sometimes. 1 Tactics, yes, don't look at me. Don't at me in the comments. I don't care what you say. This card is a 1 of and it will always be a 1 of because of the fact that when you draw it, it's either good or it's bad. There's no in between. And then we're playing field spell galore. So we're playing Magical Citadel. So basically it just accumulates a fuck ton of counters and you can remove them for costs. Checking Game, it's just a free spell and it draws 1. And then set rotation because you play a bunch of field spells. So that's it for the main deck. So let's move on to the extra. We play 1 Odd-Eyes Vortex. Self-explanatory. You play in most Pendulum decks. It's just an Omni and it's also a bounce when it's special summoned. You're also playing the Absolute to get to him. Yeah, when he's linked, whenever he's sent to the grave, special summon Odd-Eyes from extra. So you normally just summon that guy. I'm playing this card just because you play a bunch of level 7s and there's a lot of times where you just can't out things immediately, so you could just use your cash cards to turbo out into this and then remove cards. And then you could just link it off for like SP or something. Typhon, just because like big scary monsters are also a problem. That's the problem with this deck. It can't really push that much on its own, so you have to have ways to just continuously push. Anima, same deal. SP, IP, Dark. Crowley. Crowley is interesting because like there's a lot of times where I always get to my your spellbooks early. So this card like sometimes comes up and sometimes doesn't, but like if you have like are you struggling to get to your spellbooks, you just go into this guy. Cross Sheep, this card's also kind of cuttable because like Apo's banned, so like there's no point to like keep it. Basically you just summon to Vortex and summon a level 4 from your grave, which you don't really play any of those anymore. So like honestly I thought about playing 2 of this card just because it's so good, because it also removes cards from the field on top of also searching. So like Roto for basically just paying 12 is pretty damn good. And then her adult form, when she becomes
Milk mommy milkers. Oh goodness. Yum yum.
so she gains attack, which is relevant sometimes, but you mainly just grab from the extra with her, and then you'd often summon back your Mighty Master from your graveyard. You play 1 Celine. I used to play 2, but since she came out, no point. Also blonde women. Lol, I love blonde women. So milk mommy yum yum lick lick. Ew. So basically just remove counters, summon a monster from spellcaster from grave, access code to push game, and then random extra deck card. I mean it comes up sometimes. For the side we got 3 Droll, 3 Phantasme, 3 Dark Roller, 2 Lightning Storm because it's at 2, 3 Book of Eclipse, and then 1 Secret Village. Alright guys, let's start doing some test combos. Wait a minute.
Wrong Pendulum deck.
No, give it back. I like that money. Anyways, back to the actual RIP to Triff. I don't know if he still does content. I don't think he does. I think he quit Yu-Gi-Oh. Honestly, same, bro. I felt that. All right, let's start off with Upstart, Blue Boy, Jackal, Knowledge, and Tactics. Oh, this is awkward as fuck. Okay, anyways, new hand! So, like, I'm gonna have the rich white man cut my deck so I can get that protagonist look. Would you do the honors, rich white man?
It's too much. You're revealing too much of my identity right now. I cannot have that.
Listen, man, you can't tell me that people are gonna be upset about that. Both playing something.
Dude, I'm just cutting.
Judge?
Dude, I'm just cutting.
Judge?
Bro, what's the problem? I'm just cutting your deck.
Kiss me in my hot mouth, because I'm so romantical.
Do your comp. I'm not paying you to make out with me.
You're not paying me at all. This
Exactly.
is free. Okay, so like this hand is a billion times better. So like, you know, scale, and then free draw one. So, oh, that's really good. Okay. We'll activate this. Your opponent gets a random fuck off spell. We'll just give him Citadel, I guess. Let's just pretend that's over there. And then we'll set Race Off. So we're at 2 now. Flip this over. Search for a Cashtira monster. So we're obviously going to search for Fenrir. We're going to special the Fenrir because we control no monsters. And then we'll use Fenrir's effect to search for Unicorn. Because they're the dynamic duo. God, these cards look so cool. And then we'll go Secrets to search for a spellbook. So we'll search Best Blue Boy. And then we will commence whatever kind of summon this is. I'm just summoning for my scale. Scale summon.
Sir, I think there's a special summon.
It's a scale summon to me in my heart. And then that gets a counter. And then we will no summon the Blue Boy. No effect. We'll go Mastery. Target Mighty Master, because why not? We'll search for Magister. Scale Magister, because he's best boy. And then we'll get rid of this beautiful guy to draw 2, and then this gets counter. Ooh, this gets even better. We'll scale Abductor, putting this at 2. And then we will commence Link Summon with these 2. Link Summon into Beyond. Beyond effect, we'll search for Jackal King. And then we will commence a Pendulum Summon. We will summon the Jackal King. We will summon the Endymion. Pretend this Fenrir is right here. And then summon Servant. And then we'll summon Unicorn. You just cry when Nib happens. That's all I gotta tell you. Unicorn's effect. We'll search for a spell card. We're gonna search for Birth, because it is indeed a spell card that we do enjoy. We'll activate the Birth, and then we just get a fuck ton of counters. So 1, this gets 2, this gets 3, and now we will commence an Xyz Shoken. We will Xyz summon into Absolute Dragon. Link these 2. We'll make, and then we will activate her effect. Not the grab from extra because we don't have anything there, but we'll special summon this guy back from grave because it's crazy like that. We will then also we have to summon out Vortex. You're wondering, why don't I have cards in my extra deck face up? Just bear with me. Let me cook. And then we will link summon Exceed and Servant to make SP, and then you don't really banish a card because, like, why would you do that? We'll actually use Birth's Effect to target a Cashier at my banished or grave, so we'll summon back Unicorn because that's crazy. So yeah, off of that entire hand, you have one card in hand, you got an Omni negate, you got a monster negate, you got a spell trap negate, and when it gets a counter, it can do things. You got a banish face down, you got an extra deck, you got another banish. That's it, guys. Kind of crazy. The first test hand was like brother, ugh. So with that being said, guys, how many dice? Oh my.
If you guys enjoyed counter gaming, make sure you leave that in the comments and share this video with your friends. Leave a like if I hadn't said that already, and subscribe while you're at it if I haven't said that already. Join my Discord, follow my Twitch that I never stream on, and until next time, I'll see you guys in the next deck profile. You got any words you want to say?
Tell your mom to subscribe.
Tell your mother to subscribe to the channel, or I will find her.
Tell her I have some nice dice for her.
A lot of nice dice.
I'll gamble my life for her.
No, you won't.